music directors, the administrators, and the student musicians of the member schools of the Suburban East Conference, I'd like to thank you for coming and welcome you to the 2018 SEC Music Festival. My name is Robert Bach, and I'm the principal here at Stillwater Area High School, and it has been our privilege and our pleasure to host you here throughout the course of today. This music festival was started 31 years ago so that student musicians could celebrate the arts, and specifically their love of music, by engaging in a rich experience with nationally renowned clinicians, developing a sense of what's possible musically through listening to ensembles from neighboring schools, and giving top performers an opportunity to rehearse and perform with each other in an event larger and grander than most member schools can provide on their own. And students, it's our sincere hope that this event has lived up to that for you today. As I watched this morning and made the rounds earlier today, I was truly impressed by two elements that our clinicians brought in with them today. And in a moment, I'll introduce a couple of people who will introduce their clinicians for you. The first element that I was truly impressed by was the feedback that our clinicians provided to our students. In schools, we talk an awful lot about providing feedback. We do that because we know that feedback, and sometimes in schools we get fancy and we refer to that as formative assessment, but we know that that is one of the most powerful instructional techniques that we have as it directly relates to impacting student learning. I find it interesting that music happens to be one of the areas that is most often cited when educators look to provide examples of feedback in the classroom. And I think that that was on full display today. Our student musicians would play a piece or play a section. Our clinicians would talk to them and they would give them specific feedback along the lines of, imagine this, or please do that. And then our students would perform again, and it would sound different. And that's first-class evidence of growth and development. That takes skilled people to be able to pull off, and that doesn't happen by accident. And that's something that our clinicians brought with them here today. The other element that left a huge impact on me as I walked around today was the rapport and how easily that rapport was developed between our clinicians and our students today. Despite the fact that for our clinicians, today is actually a very long day, they have a very limited amount of time to be able to work with our students. And so consequently, in settings like that, sometimes that rapport seems a little bit forced and it's not always as organic as what we would like. That wasn't evident today. Today, our clinicians came in and they interacted easily with our students to the point where our students absorbed their feedback like sponges. It was great to watch, and without further ado, I'm going to get out of your way and turn things over to our band director here at Stillwater High School, Mr. Dennis Lindsay, to introduce our first clinician.
Before I begin with the introductions of our clinician, I would like to say how wonderful it is to have so many supportive colleagues here in the SEC. So could all of the directors in the SEC please stand and be recognized? Beautiful people. Thank you. It is the work of these people that then make the next steps possible. We would like to profoundly thank the Mounds View faculty, but in particular Phil Richardson, who was left off the program. My apologies, my kind friend. But thank you so much for all of the work that all of you do. We are lucky because we have master educators that come with us today to work, and there is a wonderful band director that has taken over at the University of Minnesota. Dr. Emily Trinan grew up, born and bred here in Minnesota, an Elk River native, and has blessed us by coming back to be the leader of our largest school in the state. And our band program is in wonderful hands. It's been a delight to watch her work today. I think the students would agree. It's just been an absolute joy. So if you would please welcome Dr. Emily Trinan and our SEC Honor Band.
Well, thank you very much. I know you're not here to hear talking, so I will be brief. But I just want to say thank you, certainly to everyone here in Stillwater for inviting me, for entrusting me with these students. We just got together yesterday and I had a few hours of rehearsal yesterday and then just about 2 hours today. And these students have been working very, very hard today, not only in their own groups, but certainly with me, and it's been a real pleasure. I want to thank Dennis Lindsay for inviting me out and, again, having the shall I say, the trust in me to work with these students and to work with all the bands. Clearly, music education in this area is top rate. All of the groups performed beautifully today. It was very, very inspiring. Every group I heard, I was like, wow, that's really impressive. You guys are doing great work across the board. So it was just a thrill to be here and a thrill to see that. Our last piece, as you can see on your program, I believe all the pieces are there, is a kind of an adaptation of a Percy Grainger tune. We all know and love Percy Grainger if you're familiar with band music, and we think that this one is no exception. It's a lot of fun to play, and it features all the sections of the ensemble, and a lot of times sections that don't always get the spotlight, like Barry sax. You get to start with Barry sax, right? We don't always get that. So that's one of the reasons why I like doing this music, is everyone gets a little moment in the sun. Of course, the second piece that you heard, Sunrise at Angel's Gate, also features a lot of solos on very difficult instruments. You may see that there was an English horn being played, lots of bassoon solo material. It's a very difficult piece in that way. And also Mr. Lindsay was playing for us at the piano and celeste. So anyhow, it's been a thrill. I've had a wonderful day. Thank you all for supporting the arts, and we hope you enjoy our last piece.
Good evening. My name is Angela Mitchell, and I'm the choir director here at Stillwater Area High School. And we're going to make a little transition here to the choir program. And it is my pleasure to introduce Tesfa Wandamagagnew, who was the clinician for our students for the past 2 days. And he just has the greatest ability to connect students to choral music and a love of singing. He tells them stories. He gets them to just believe that singing changes their lives and the lives of others. And so they've just had the most wonderful time with him, and it is my pleasure to introduce my friend Tesfa.
So as the students get into their place, I'll just spend a few moments. I got to remember something that my mom taught me many years ago. She said, son, whenever you're speaking to an audience, you have to remember the 3 B's. She said, first of all, you have to be good. Secondly, you have to be brief. And third, be gone. So I will not take much of your time here tonight, but I want to let you know that I think about my life, and I shared this earlier with some of my colleagues and some of the educators here and principals. I wouldn't be standing here today if it weren't for a choral music experience. And I think about friends that I grew up with in Memphis, Tennessee. I think about me and Tiara and Dennis and Rico. We grew up on the same street, Foster Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee. We hung out together. We ate dinner together. We got whoopings together. We pretty much were raised by each other's families. And I think about Tiara, multiple incarcerations. I think about Dennis, strung out. Rico, dead. And here I am, privileged to make music with amazing young people all over the country. I shared this earlier. I'm not worried about the students that get to have this experience. They are also privileged. I'm worried about the people that don't. And I think it's our job as ambassadors in this community to draw the circle wider and make this art form, band, chorus, orchestra, all music, all arts, make it accessible for every child. This art form has the power to change lives. I'm a living witness. We're going to open our concert with Sanctus by Randall Johnson. I won't talk again. We're going to move into Weep Not for Him. It's a piece that I wrote in honor of my mother who died of cancer back in 2006. And then we're going to take y'all to church. Come on now, we're going to take y'all to church. Hold on, let me say it right. Down south, we take y'all to church. We're going to be singing Rollo Dilworth's Take Me to the Water. water, Lord. Take me to the water. Take me to the water. Take me by the riverside. Let's take it to church now. Down by the riverside. Woo!
I have the pleasure tonight of introducing our orchestra clinician for this year, Dr. Stephen Benham. Dr. Benham is a professor of music education and an associate dean at Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He has traveled the country and the world teaching strings, advocating for music education. He's past president of the American String Teachers Association. But before all of that, he's a Mounds View High School graduate and actually student taught at Stillwater High School in 1988. So it's been great to have Dr. Benham back with us. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Stephen Benham and the All-Conference Orchestra.
Wow, band and choir, you guys are good. I hope we can match up, man, because that was really awesome. Well done. Nice job. We have two, yeah, go ahead. Give them another round of applause. We're going to play two pieces for you tonight, and the first one is simply called Nimrod from a famous collection of works by Edward Elgar called the Enigma Variations. Enigma Variations because he wrote them about people that are known only to him, and he is now dead. So we have no idea about who these pieces are for. So this piece, it could be about a dog, his dog Nimrod, we don't know. Maybe it's a hunting dog. It could be about a long-lost friend, maybe his boat. He liked to go fishing on his boat Nimrod, and the boat sank. We don't know. But it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful piece. And this piece is one of those that doesn't have a story that goes along with it, but what it has is colors and emotions and feelings and prayers and thoughts. And what you're going to hear at the beginning is almost absolute silence as we are overwhelmed by a sense of something that's greater than who we are. And music does transcend that. And you're going to hear this slow building melody coming out of the string section. And what you'll hear is a series of sighs across the ensemble. And I don't know if they're sighs of happiness, like, oh, that was good, or sighs of sadness, sighs of joy. It's up to you to decide. And so as you listen to this piece, maybe you will think a prayer of thanksgiving for something, or maybe you'll miss somebody who's gone ahead. Maybe you'll have someone who's here tonight who's special to you. You want to dedicate it to that piece, or maybe you just want to sit back and enjoy the beautiful colors of the music that Elgar wrote. I want to dedicate this piece to the teachers who are here that came before me. I learned a lot from John Madura in Mounds View and from Jim Hanlon here in Stillwater Public Schools, and my parents as well. I mean, they're here tonight too. My mom and dad are here. I got pressure. And I do dedicate this piece, she's going to be mad at me, she's going to cry, but this is my mom's birthday, unnamed birthday, and so Mom, this piece is dedicated to you, okay? She's already crying. We'll follow that by Tchaikovsky's famous March Slav, or Slavic March. And in this, you'll hear the joy, the fear, the terror of war, but ultimately of resolution and peace at the end. We hope that you enjoy our program.
Wow. Isn't that fun? Give all these wonderful ensembles another round of applause. That's just fun. We're truly blessed as educators to have such wonderful young people to work with, but we have so many outside collaborators that we need to recognize. I'd like to first of all take a moment. Good News Travel has been a sponsor for us for many years, always supporting our travel of our guest educators and flying them in, helping them with rental cars and the such. Are there any representatives from Good News Travel here tonight? We'd just like to thank you openly and publicly. A round of applause, please. Obviously, you see an awful lot of camera work being done here tonight. Our own Valley Access Cable Company, which is here in Stillwater, would like to let you know not only has all of this been live streamed, but they have recordings of everything. If you'd like to get a hold of a recording of tonight, and it's video and it's audio as well, please go to Valley Access Cable online. You can order your own Blu-ray disc. You can watch their streams. It's a wonderful service. Thank you so much to Valley Access Cable and all their work tonight. And truly, we have a very special partner with Schmidt Music here in Stillwater and throughout the Suburban East Conference. They have a wonderful store here in Woodbury. They have given so very much, from repair to sponsorship of helping with instruments, even making sure that those mutes got drop shipped from England so we had them on time. Thank you to Schmidt Music very much for your assistance all the time. Thank you so much. But the real people, and these are the real people you guys need to thank too. The real people that make this possible are the parents that drive them to and from their lessons, that remember those lovely moments when maybe that clarinet or violin didn't sound quite like it did tonight. You know, those sounds that only band directors, orchestra directors, and mothers truly love. Then they become this in just a few short years. It's a wonderful journey, but it takes not only a community, but it takes you, the parents. Parents, we'd like to give you a round of applause for all of your help. It has been a tradition for 31 years that we end this concert with the same piece. And if you would direct your attention, our conductors move to the back, and we will combine all of our forces in America the Beautiful. We'd like to thank you from Stillwater Area High School and the Stillwater Public Schools for coming tonight. Thank you so much, and thank you for all of your support of these fine, fine musicians.